I don't talk about female abusers because I have never experienced one firsthand. But I've been working with a handful of clients who currently are, both men and women. But there's something about female abusers that are slightly different than male. I was scrolling this app trying to figure out what it was when I came across this.
I also find it really interesting that most conversations about narcissistic abuse center around the grandiose narcissist, when I feel like most people, so not everybody, doesn't mean you didn't experience something else. Most people most often engage with the narcissist that presents themselves as a victim. It's the person who is overwhelming you with their needs because nobody or nothing else can save them. The devaluing comes in, but it's always like connected to you are not valuable because you're not serving my needs. You're a bad person because clearly I'm a person in need and you have to do it. It's like emotional pressure. And because they seem like a victim, it goes under the radar.
So I guess this is vulnerable narcissism or covert abuse. And I feel like my ex was both overt and covert. He had this grandiose mask, but when I started setting boundaries and I started honoring myself, that mask fell. And he got super, woe is me, I'm unworthy, I'm a victim of life, which is what she's describing here and what I see in clients who are experiencing abuse at the hands of women. All abusers, like covert and overt, have belief systems rooted in entitlement. They feel entitled to a lot of things, like your body and your time and attention, and your domestic labor or your money. What I've noticed with covert abusers is they feel most entitled to your emotional labor. It's my partner's job to meet my needs. It's like they're looking for someone to save them from their own life, like one day my prince will come. Still believing that rom-coms reflect real life relationships. And even if she's otherwise successful in her career or whatever, there's this underlying belief system where she feels entitled to your emotional labor. She has this long list of trauma that she's experienced, and if you love her, you will tiptoe through a minefield so you don't trigger her feelings of inadequacy, self-doubt, or insecurity. So when you're unsuccessful, because that expectation is unrealistic and it doesn't actually encourage self-actualization, self-validation, self-soothing, she turns to emotional and psychological manipulation tactics like guilt trips, calling you a bad partner, or even worse, a selfish narcissist. So it's kind of like male entitlement is centered around belief systems rooted in toxic masculinity, but female entitlement is centered around belief systems rooted in Disney princess fantasy. Does that make sense? Let me know your thoughts.